Hey, what is going on there YouTube? This is the Gaming Guy, and today I'm sadly bringing you to the final drop list for this week of the full winter season. Week 19 is the final week of this season. Disappointing obviously because the season's ending, but obviously it was just, I'd say, a really decent season overall. So we're going to get into this full drop list, give my thoughts for the last week until next season. And yeah, there are a couple of items that have caught my eye. There are a couple of items that I might be tempted to go for or swayed to go for, or I might just go for a completely different route. But let's just get into this, and yeah, that is pretty much it. Last time we're going to do this for about 2 months, so yeah, let's get straight into it. Let's just get straight into this. So this week we have 10 items that are going to be dropping. I'm sure there was meant to be a couple of other unseen items that are supposed to be dropping, but unfortunately I don't see anything on this list, and obviously it drops tomorrow, so there's not going to be much time for them to sort of throw anything on or edit anything. So starting off with the most hyped item of the week, it's going to be the Nike Vapour Jet football gloves. Now, they aren't football gloves in the sense of how I would think about football gloves. They're football gloves for American football. This did throw a lot of people off because obviously when they put football, a lot of, I would say probably EU based people would be thinking football, but it's actually American football. So yeah, I do like the black colorway in this. I'm not a massive fan of the whole sort of water droplet effect that they've got going on, but still I do like the black colorway for sure. Obviously I do not play American football. I do support the Bucks, but I haven't looked into them in a very long time, but they were the team that I was supporting at the time. So I wouldn't have any massive use for these apart from storing them away or possibly using them just as normal gloves. But that's not really the main point for what they're meant to be used for, but you never know. They could be just a comfy pair of gloves. The next piece is going to be maybe one that I will go for. At first, people didn't really like this. However, now the opinions have sort of done a full 360 and they're all agreeing because it's probably one of the better items to come out of the week, which is the Polartec Headband. Now, this time the headband has the sort of classic Supreme font used on it. Personally, I do like the black and the natural colorway. The natural colorway is sort of coming into almost fashion as a more popular colorway, but I definitely think the sort of black and natural and then possibly the red or the sort of blue colorway is quite nice, but I think either the black or natural is going to be one of the first colorways to sell out in this piece. We have 2 other Polartec pieces that are also dropping this week. So obviously following on with the Polartec sort of route, we have the Polartec hooded sweatshirt. This is actually the piece that I'm sure people said that they were after and wanting to go for because it was one of the only good hoodies that was sort of left in their people's opinions and views. Personally, I'm not a massive fan of it. I do like how the logo has been placed, but just overall it is not a piece that is appealing to me as far as a hoodie goes. So I'll be just steering clear of it. The next piece is going to be the reflective camo trooper. I should have picked up the previous trooper that they dropped because I'm not a giant fan of this camo trooper. At first, when the lookbook first came out, I really did like it and it did appeal to me in the snow sort of one or the orange camo colorway. But after thinking about it, it's going to be £83 including shipping, and I'd rather not buy another item for 83 or 84 pounds in week after week, so I think I'll steer clear of it in the end. The next item that's going to be dropping is the reflective small box zip up sweatshirt. I wish that this was just a hoodie because this would have been a really nice way to end the season with a hoodie being dropped instead of these zip up sweatshirts, because I know that some people do buy them. However, in the end they're just not the most popular of pieces, and I think if they just left it as a hooded sweatshirt instead of a zip up sweatshirt, the reflective small box logo would definitely be higher on this list, and it would definitely be one of the more sought after pieces. Personally, I do think that the ash grey or heather grey colorway that they've got looks nice, and they're also using the dark green again, so that's always nice to see that they're using some of the sort of box logo colors again. I'd like to see how this piece actually goes for this week or how it sells, because I would expect at least 1 or 2 colorways to go in this because people do like the small box logos. But then again, I just wish it was a hoodie. I just wish it was a hoodie. Moving on to the last couple of pieces where the dislikes just go rocket up. I just hit my hand again. They just rocket up like anything from here on out. So we have the side panel camp cap that is going to be dropping. Personally, I do like the black or this dark blue colorway, maybe drifting into the sort of navy colorway. The other colorways are okay, but they don't appeal to me as much as this one. Overall, it's a nice piece, but it is not my sort of camp cap that I'd be picking up. I have seen a lot of people say this is more of one of the pieces that will go quite quickly, but I don't know about that, and I don't know how it will go, to be honest. For the final 4 pieces of this drop list, we have the wool N2B jacket with 6,700 dislikes. The only reason it's above the other items is because it's got over 2,000 likes. Personally, I just don't see a huge appeal to this piece, and it might sell out in a couple of the sizes, but I don't see this sort of flying. Yeah, it's a yikes for me personally. I think if the designs or the colors were a bit different, maybe it would have a bigger appeal, but yeah, it's just a yikes from me. The final Polartec piece of the week is the Polartec cargo pant. I think if they just dropped it as a normal cargo pant, it might be high, might have been higher on the list. But they were going with this sort of Polartec theme throughout the season on quite a couple of items, so it was bound to happen in the end that we would probably have some pieces that might have looked better not being Polartec and might have been better sort of looking just normal. But yeah, they've got to follow on with the sort of Polartec. Personally, I think that in this, the black colorway or the natural colorway look quite nice, but I don't know, they're just, again, they're just not my sort of piece. I have seen people wear like cargo pants in like Instagram photos and things, and they look quite nice, but I don't know how a Polartec cargo pant would look. Moving on to the final 2 pieces, we have the Floral Shackyard Zip long sleeve polo. Okay, I think if the design was different, it would definitely have had a better appeal or a better market to appeal to. They've gone with 3 pieces, I think, throughout the season that have been like floral or like a flower sort of design. The sort of one, I think it was called Acid Floral design or Acid Rose design, I really did like, I really did appreciate because it was different. The second time they attempted it, not so much. I think the Acid one might have been Spring Summer 18 instead of this season. The second time they did a sort of rose floral, not so much. And the third time, I think they've just missed the mark completely with this one. Personally, it is just not got an appeal to me. It just isn't appealing. For the last item that is going to be dropping this week, though, we have the quilted faded plaid shirt. I'm sure that this was meant to drop a couple of weeks ago or something, and it just didn't, but my memory might be gone again with things like this. So this has 935 likes and 4,100 dislikes. It's currently not really sitting anywhere amazing. The colours to me personally aren't the most eye-catching, but maybe they're meant to be that way because some people don't want pieces to stand out too much. But I think if they'd just gone with some colours that complement each other a bit better, then maybe this piece might have had or might have fared a bit better. But that is going to cover the drop list for this week. Personally, I will either be going for the Nike Vapour Jet football gloves or the Polartec headband. I don't think anything else interests me unless they're going to drop another unseen item, but I can't see that happening because it's the final week. So I think I'll just be picking up a headband. I might be going for the gloves, but I'll have to see about that, see how they are, or see if they would actually be comfortable to use as normal gloves. But other than that, let me know down below what you're going to be going for this final week. Are you going to be going for anything, or are you just going to be sleeping until Spring Summer 19? Other than that, this is going to be the last drop list video for quite a couple of months. And yeah, they haven't really ended on like a massively strong week, but still it's better than having a load of terrible items to sort of finish off the season. I think definitely at least the first like 6 items are decent. The final 4 aren't the best in the world, but that is just my opinion on it. So I will see you tomorrow for a live cop. Thank you for the support recently on the last couple of videos. I really do appreciate it. A couple of people did comment saying that they would like the sort of hour-long video to go out. So I will definitely do my best to get that out either on the 30th or 31st, which I think is either Sunday or Monday, because I just want that out, and it will probably go out like If it's out on the 30th, it'll be out at literally like just past midnight or so, just so that it was out at the earliest time possible, and just so that it doesn't have to process or load or whatever for a whole day, and I can just mention it at any point in time. I also just want to thank you for the support throughout this season on the Droplist videos and the unboxings and the live cops. I'll probably mention this tomorrow, but I do massively appreciate it. I just want to say thank you for that. So yeah. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, a like would be much appreciated. Other than that, we're really close to 7,500, which I hope we will do before New Year's Day. I'll see you all next time. Peace. And I need to get myself a new chair, because I think my chair just broke, literally. I think it's just completely gone, so yeah, I gotta get a new chair.